Hello everyone, my name is Barbara and I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit, and today I have a finished object video, which means that I finished socks. So what is a finished object video? Finished object video is a short video that I'm showing and talking about the project that I finished, and you can definitely go and check the playlist down below. I leave a link to socks if you're interested what kind of other socks I've knitted. Otherwise, go to my main channel and there will be a playlist in the thumbnail, and just you can find socks, hats, shawls, toys and so on and so on. So quite good and organizing thing. Basically, I treat my channel as my journal, but also you can find over here like a podcast when I'm chatting with you in regards to things that I have in progress. So not finished object, but what I'm working on, and a few bits in regards to my shop and cals, so knit alongs or crochet alongs, anything like that. So definitely go on RAVELRY and check group Knitting I Love, links down below. What else? I will put a link down below to my recipe step-by-step tutorial how to knit socks. Oh, social media where you can find me, and I'll put the links to the 2 yarn dyers over here for sure because they're so pretty. Okay, if you have any questions, always put a comment down below, and if you think they're cool and cute, you can also say it. We should send more positive vibes to people. Anyway, I especially put up earrings, but it just doesn't look, does it? You can see it. Let's start with a bag. And I had my backstash. Oh, hashtag backstash. Stash bag. Backstash. Can you say backstash? This beautiful bag, and it is just amazing. When I saw this yarn and it's that turquoise color, and you have turquoise color over here, it's just amazing. It is Handmade Bags by Diane. I'll put the link down below. And it is beautiful shape. Perfect for even shawls, socks, hats, sweater. You can start sweater and then you probably will need to change, but it's quite good, and it's lovely. It gives that kind of, it's not wintry vibe but more beach, and you know, crystal clear water. It's raining outside and it's miserable. Socks. Keychain in my shop if you're looking for something like this. Needles. In regards to needles and in regards to knitting socks, it's something personal from perspective of the size and the gauge you want to get. Because even if you follow my recipe, you may find that, I don't know, maybe the socks that you end up with, they're too tight or too loose. Because your tension, the way you create loops on your needles, it's quite an individual thing, and we all knitters try to find needles to get a certain gauge. That's normally what we chat about a lot. So anyway, as you can see, I picked my lovely pouch from Knitting I Love, so check it out, to match my toes. I'm so proud of this whole project, and it was such a pleasure to knit with it because it was like, I thought it through, every bit of it. So anyway, what I have over here, I use US size 1 2.25mm needles. Just to tell you, most knitters we use 2.25 or 2.5 millimeters. I'm a loose knitter, so that's probably I go 2.25. Although lately I needed 2 millimeters, which is US size 0, and that was an interesting experience, but that was a really good fabric. Although such a small gauge for me, it kind of, I'm not saying I felt pain, but you know. So I think US size 1 is something for me. It's fast, I get quite a nice gauge, and let's check it out. So here's my gauge. So you could see stitches, they're not completely loose, as you could see. So you see this, for instance. There's also fingering, but you see how I can stretch those stitches? So tighter those V's are, that's mean the tighter gauge you're getting. So as you could see, maybe you can see those V's, and you can notice that this is fingering weight and this one is fingering weight, and you can see that the V's are quite different, especially over here if you check it out. Anyway, hopefully you do. So now I grabbed my needles and I went for it. But before I went for it, I had to have the yarn, right? So let's start with the main color, because that's so beautiful. It's this one, and this little bundle of joy I got from my friend Diane from Canada, and this is Biscotte Yarns. I haven't checked from what country they are originally, but you can write it down. I heard it a few times, people were knitting with it. I've never had the pleasure, and I had the pleasure. I get some leftovers. I got 55 grams of leftovers. As you can see, it's the main thing, and it just suits me the best. When I was a kid and I was a swimmer, I always wanted to be an Arielle. I was an Arielle girl. When I was a teenager, I dyed my hair on the beautiful red color. Yeah, that's me. 85% merino, superwash merino wool, and 50% nylon. So it's quite soft a version over here, and you can definitely see the difference with different fingering yarn. I think it's thinner, and you could see plies. They're kind of, you see, when I'm, you could literally see plies. Hopefully you can see it. You see it? Yeah. With using Hiya's needles, Hiya's sharp, so basically the tips are very sharp. Do you see how sharp they are? I had to look from time to time to make sure that I'm not splitting the yarn, but the color is so pretty. So pretty, and oh, it's so radiant. I don't have, I think, socks like this. So I figure out, you see those little green bits over here, and that's probably her beautiful hair. So I thought that green, if I put a green toes, it just pops in, and you could see it here, here, here. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I had a mini, and I still have some leftovers because I'm just cherish it. This is from, I don't have a label, but this is from Green Elephant's Yarn, an Irish dyer, and I got it as a mini set, Unstoppable. I think that's the name of the mini, whole set. And it's really nice because you have those nice colors, you have blues, you have the other green. It's just amazing. Really nice set, really nice colors. So I cheated a little bit. I figure out I'm going to, I'm the hide end. I'm going to use it just for an end over here, just a bit, just for bind off. And then I had a dilemma in regards the heels, and I thought, you know what, I still have some leftovers of this. You know, I had even more. I'm going to do heels, and that way, even though the socks are matchy-matchy, the heels tell me, for instance, is it left, is it right? Actually, it doesn't matter. I knew that they're not the same. So they're not twins, but they're sisters. As you may know, I like it to knit from toes off because I just cast on 12 stitches, but I'm increasing until I'm getting 56 stitches. So although overall I would have to cast on 112 stitches when I'm starting from the cuff, that's too much for me. And that's why I like to do it toe off, and then I do a big tube, and then at the end I'm doing afterthought heel, but the way that you cut the yarn. So maybe I'll put a link down below to separate the video so you don't have to go step by step, just in case you know how to do a tube, you can just rewatch that one. And I'm not putting any threads, anything like that, and I lately thought it'd be a brilliant idea, even for like a giveaways, that I just make a tube without this and then gift it to one of you, because that's a difference in regards placing the heel. You may not hit the point, but if you do a tube, then a knitter can actually insert a heel. That's interesting. I need to check it out with my friend. We need to do this. Will it work? So we can establish the overall length of the sock, like, you know, the tube, and then send it to each other. I don't know if you watched my previous video, this one, that was about finished object video socks again, but first time ever I used a knitted tube like the one I just showed you over here. Well, this one has a bigger gauge, and the one that I was showing you had 10 centimeters. If you put it flat and measure it, and this one has 8. And normally I do 9. So obviously, just to give you a gauge of here, I like to count it for 9 per 1 inch, so 18 per 2 inches and 36 per 4 inches. So that's my gauge, 9, 8 per 1 inch. But if you put it flat, you get 9 centimeters, which is what? Which is like 3.5 inch. That's something I would wear. I love this color. It's just the best. Thank you so much. So what I have here, I have over here 8 grams overall, so I presume 5 and 3, I'm guessing. So definitely I could use it for my full of minis hat. Or gift it to someone. What do you think? Should I keep it or gift it? Biscotte. So beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, I think that's all. So I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Don't forget to use #knittingalove. Show me what you're knitting. Check the links down below. Go to RAVELRY. So basically click the links down below to RAVELRY group and check what's up there. I have a really nice thread going on there, which is Knitting I Love Patterns giveaways. So read and check it out. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!